Good morning. How's it going? I did end up doing some of the documentation rewriting. I'm still not super happy with it. It's kind of just a rearranged version of the feature breakdown. Now, I did end up uploading it just in case I wanted to work on over the holiday. Although I don't know if they'll display Markdown nicely for anything but the basic reading, so I still haven't updated. I haven't been sleeping great lately. Okay, so that's still that default one. README client does get formatted. So it still is kind of a big mess. I think I'm gonna have to do some reading up on Markdown at some point. There's probably other better ways I could be previewing this. Oh, this is one of the main ways formatted. What appear for people. Yeah, I suppose sleep stuff is something I should just research at some point. Speaking of research, how do other people describe this? That's releases. Yep, very, very simple. I've not tried specific teas. And this is all out of date. Still describing Milkweed++. Well, yeah, it requires game to be already installed. Fair point. Your OS, extract all 5 files. Yes, I'd have to even look at what I'm packaging right now. Oh, no, he's packaging the full thing. I'm not packaging the full thing. We're assuming he had something to work with. Somebody else did an installation guide. Oh, this is a Steam. Okay. Okay. Extract. Is it? Yeah, they say extract into the folder. I'm not quite set up for that. Full client. Compile versus full. That's his thing. This is probably just a table of links. Oh, no, it's a straight up table. Huh. Maybe that is how Markdown does that? Headings. Headings. Paragraphs. Line breaks. This is italic, bold, and italic. Block quotes. Lists, unordered lists. Images. Code. Rules, links, titles. Okay, so yes, a table would have to be HTML. And I think I might want a kind of feature matrix thing. So the long form of this is always going to be, well, let's see. If it's installation, you might be getting that from a forum or... Actually, the forum post is going to have different syntax anyway. Or a GitHub. The verbose, well, it does have the indirect link format. That would make reading the raw document very, very, very challenging itself. So this is right now organized for the raw format, which is going to in this format. Now, I guess if this was organized as like a table type thing, then the table could be laid out. There'd just be the extra HTML text. And they'd still be in individual lines. Actually, what was the inner... Oh, nope. He's linking directly to the HTML version of the... So I guess that it does create anchors. That's actually, like, not even document relative. There's an installation of 1 hour, 1 life, derivative such as 2 hours, 1 life. Let's see. The mod installs additional files. Let's see, and then that's bold. Is this? Mm, there used to be a thing I knew in the Vim Ninja days. Is it plus buffer? No. We control areas for special characters. Vim, insert buffer in insert mode. That's probably the wrong word. Insert mode shortcuts. Okay, delete word, delete current line. Putting text, okay, control R register. So that might be the equal. Is that you? Yeah, and that's plus register. Hello. Good morning, or as whatever is appropriate. I guess. What is the procedure now? If it's a Steam version. Hey, good morning as well. So if we pick any old game, properties, local files, browse. Steam. How would we say that? Is it, I don't know, this be a code thing? Choose. Well, these are specific text. Properties ... From the menu, on that dialog, select local files. This is turning into a bigger block here. Oh, requirements. A program for opening. Actually, no. I mean, Windows has that. But I've seen it come up on 2 hours sometimes. All right, choose local files and click browse. Local files on the left, and then the browse button. Copy the files into this directory. Actually, a bold heading like this might... It could be useful for us to compact some of these things, but then some of them end up being kind of like subcategories that have multiple items, so then it doesn't work out so nice. See, everything was one line that'd work. I wonder if I could use like the block quote or something, kind of like an aside type thing for some of these little setting file setups. It's not really a block quote per se, but it would set it aside. What else could we do that with? That could kind of work for the Steam thing. Okay, yes, this is like it can be adjusted or disabled. I should probably look up some kind of, I don't know if there's a markdown rendering plugin. This requires the name files. That's almost a separate thing than settings. For speed can be configured. Show name labels. I guess it might not look as good in the markdown itself. It does set aside a little bit. It's almost like a little separate thing. And you're part of that. Those are kind of little sides. It's kind of an aside. So one of the things I thought I might do as part of this would be like a master keyboard reference, but then I ended up breaking it up into sections. And to some extent, I guess the in-game help has that. I don't know if the in-game help... Yeah, like, this could kind of get lost. And if I did a keyboard summary somewhere, then that would end up duplicating information that was somewhere else, which could be a maintenance concern. Markdown Live preview. There's something I can do from Vim. Like I guess something that opened a browser could actually work for that. Markdown preview. That probably means it includes NeoVim. Yes. Same thing. It's saying, please use somebody else. Although that please use is not showing up here. Up here, please use Markdown preview.o. Yeah, NVim is probably NeoVim. Oh, so this is the freeing browser. I mean, if I just had to do the conversion, I mean, for my percent, also wasn't too bad to go hit refresh. Turn into VimRC. Okay, so this is just a wiki. Discount in Pandoc. So this is just a program. Think. Language bindings. Is it a program or is it a library? Okay, so that does a lot of stuff. What's installation? It has an installer. The command line thing might actually not work until we reboot. Or mess with our local path. So we're saying, yeah, Pandoc. And then just invoking a browser to view it. Oh yeah, we opened you up. GPL. Command PowerShell Windows, which that might include Vim too. Oh, yeah, it's not all users. Maybe I should do that just for the pathing. And pay attention to which directory it was. Maybe it's an old directory? Okay, start menu programs. App data, well, I guess I wasn't looking for it capital. Okay, so there's that. We could, one way we could do this. They said fastest opening. I already used Control P. Write the current buffer as a different file. And we do markdown HTML on that. And he was directly invoking a browser. I should drop this up. I might have this currently uninstalled. Just because of bugs. And the paths could be wrong here. Let's see, so window movement. There's Control P. That's more of an option thing. All right, Win32, which if it has paths, you might have to do something like that. Source from RC after saving it. This is kind of done into custom commands. Yeah, this is just home user. Can you do user relative directory? Or does that not work? I mean, you'd think you would have used it if it did, right? I don't know if this works, but I don't have Dillo installed right now. This is not going to be Control P. This is going to be... Does Control M do anything? It appears to move down, which I don't think I use. It's still doing down. So maybe that escape format doesn't work. Or maybe it's doing both. Can't open file for writing yet. Okay, so the relative format does not work. I could have it. Well, I'd have to figure out how to get the file path if I was not doing a. It was because we could, if we could specify this file path, we'd still have to have a default output path. Let's see. How about edit? Okay, so nerd tree handles it. Oh, and I probably don't have a temp directory. And I see if I did something in here, which these very, very well might have just, yeah. So there's temp there, but it's not going to be, if I ever did sync this back to my another computer, then it wouldn't be so great. Nope, not that one. This might be a path to pandoc issue. And then I wonder, is this even able to do shell script stuff, since it's Windows? That's just command. First of all, command.e. And I see, I don't know what your default mode is. It might have an interactive mode. Updated local, is it pandoc? Pandoc? Not an operable program. Okay, so this doesn't recognize tilde when executing. Okay, but that is accessible from Vim. Let's see, what's our comment? Okay, we have to say, oh, interesting. Vim Markdown does not exist. Well, that means our write didn't work. Okay, so got to back this up farther. Did I lose? Aha. So we took out the carriage return, which is actually part of this side of the command. Similarly with this. Okay, so that says it worked. It seems to have worked. Yep, no, we need that. And that might actually have worked if we had the carriage return in there. Open binary file does not exist. So this is the command itself, and it is trying to execute this through a regular shell. So it might be that this shell doesn't support that. Do I even have a way to get a plain old shell here? No, they've taken it out in preference of PowerShell. Okay, we can run pandoc. But actually, it doesn't matter that pandoc is running there. This is really just an addressing issue. Yep. So you don't have that. To be in Windows, that would have to be like home. Which, maybe that would kind of be... Maybe home would be available across system? Well, no. It's not home here. It's something else. Echo might not even be the right syntax. Is there anything like... when the cursor is in the current window? No, that's not quite the same thing as... current tab, yeah. I was wondering if there was like a thing that we could kind of do as a temporary... So this is a very system-dependent thing. Use Google Chrome. Yeah, but this assumes a certain browser. Vim Markdown. Oh, is this NeoVim? Is he using like a ton of different plugins for this? Wow, that's a lot of stuff. No polling engine or web server. Markdown and Control P. Well, we have to override the option. Requirements, Mac OS X Unix. Well, we just can't use that one. I guess I have to make this Windows only. If there's a better way to get the path of the current file. Hey, kitty cat. Good morning. Well, we could do that for one side of it. Oh, well, there's path of currently selected file, so we could technically do one side of it there. Vim system independent temp. Or I could write it out in the current directory and just clean it up when I'm done. Working directory of the current file. No. Maybe that's just the thing to do. So we have path to the current file. Now that's the path, not the file name. So probably if we did, well, we could probably even use the in help. If it could, work. Expand wildcards. Percent current file name. Which actually we just want the current file name. That's probably saying like path and modifiers. Expands to full path. Well, if it's relative path, that probably would actually work for this. Maybe. I don't know if I can actually see the results of this. Yeah, I need a way to see an expression, wouldn't I? And it's also supposed to be quotes. Last path component full path, last path component removed, last path component only. One extension removed, extension only. I mean, as long as it's relative to the current directory, it's probably fine. That's how the command would run. So save. We don't really need to save as a separate file. Output to, which we could actually get file name dot that, although Vim Markdown is probably fine for our purpose, just have one thing you preview. And then our input, so we'll execute this, or inline this, or we'll just try to put expand there. We still have that open somewhere. Okay, so it did expand that. Oh, it expanded that inline without me doing expand. Requires a non-empty title element. Defaulting to readme.client as the title. So that might just be a... Yep, actually it should be. It should in fact be this. Yeah. So that's a different metadata thing. So it'll have to be local path. And actually, dev null isn't going to work here, is it? Because this is not Unix. Yeah. But that was the hard part. This is a little bit more of a side than I wanted, but this is going to be down to the rendering engine somewhat. Default bindings. Oh, I need to do something with these lists. Yeah, this one too. Those are probably always bad. All right, so we're going to close. You can edit this again. I mean, maybe you want to revisit this sometime, but right now, I think we have something serviceable. All right, so big problem. We have to do something with lists. Okay, so numbers, 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 numbers. Dots, 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 dots. Yeah, so dots and numbers are our only option. I mean, this could almost be like a block quote thing too. It's just gonna be a big table. I also could dev null that. See, that could be a table for output that would look bad in the actual markdown. Oh. Okay, we did something wrong. Oh, because there's not a block here. Yeah, we do have proportional text, unfortunately. Yeah, the problem is it's gonna that you to do is this exists for two purposes. It'll show up in GitHub formatted, and I include the file in the zip as Markdown. So if you don't have Markdown, then you've got a whole bunch of. See, I looked at what OBS did for like some of his stuff. So then you have a whole bunch of table formatting. And it wouldn't necessarily have as much stuff on it, but there is no Markdown native table format. With like some of the forum softwares will do You can do like bars. And it's like that wouldn't look too bad in a text document. But HTML would be really horrible. You know what? You guys are actually kind of separate. You're both talking about the setting. But there are probably extended versions of Markdown. In particular, GitHub flavored Markdown. Blocks and inlines, leaf blocks, container blocks, inlines, tables extension. So in fact, it is kind of bars. So then there's the question of what does pandoc support? Where do we even have that documented? Markdown. Okay, so these are a bunch of different formats, output formats, delimited code blocks, code highlighting, strikeout, superscript, scripting, glossary, differently, math, tables. Designed to look now. Oh, okay, so pandoc specifically, but it's a different format than GitHub flavored Markdown, which is one of the main output formats. It's a different, also offers pipe tables, PHP Markdown extra, which would be pretty close. Not exactly. It's probably it does alignments. MMD pipe table section call span row span grouping. And metadata is YAML, pandoc, multi-markdown. Yeah, so I might be able to make it work for my preview and for GitHub. Of course, this thing here had the advantage that it was the same format as the raw setting file. All right, I was looking at that. I was comparing to that. Didn't see much there. We were looking at that. That's basic Markdown. We got these. We're kind of done with this stuff. We're looking up reference there. That was a new tab, a GitHub reference. We're looking at the wrong thing here. Okay, so it ate one bar. And just did these as regular things. Maybe you need to do an extension. Do I have to have a heading? Well, the pandoc tables do have a heading. Oh, the pandoc tables are also aligned. So maybe it didn't like it because it wasn't aligned. Okay, so yeah, recognize this. Oh no, actually, yep, it needs the bars. And you also do bars, although you. Okay, so optionally this. A single header row, a delimiter row, and 0 or more data rows. Separated by pipes. A leading and trailing pipe is also recommended for clarity of reading, but it's not necessarily required. There's otherwise parsing ambiguity. Spaces are trimmed. Block level elements cannot be inserted. Hyphens. Okay, it does have colon to indicate left, right, or center alignment. Don't need to match length, although it's easier to read if they are. Yeah, for this kind of thing, well, the keys actually would look better. And I can probably do that to an extent here by not doing the padding. I guess the right side would look better if we aligned it. And this won't be as easy to copy in. Well, I guess if I leave the patch version of it not formatted like this, although I guess it would look better. I'm going to have more work to do for, well, I guess a table would look better in the 4M version too. I just figure out their table format. All right, so. Oop. We are going to replace you with the bar. We're going to go to the next word. We're going to do a space. We're going to do that. We're going to go to the end of the line. We're going to append a space and you, and then we're going to do. Okay, Control M is the wrong key. Of course, M was the obvious one. What are the common shortcuts in? I see. Yeah, that's something different. Control characters. So Control M carriage return. I guess. Well, it does have some other. Almost everything has an interpretation. I know in Control Q was an escape at least in One Life. So we might just have to try these and see what happens. Is Control H anything obvious? Well, I could see backspace being actually executed as backspace. Well, actually, I guess I can. All right, if I'm inputting, then that probably should be doing it while inputting, but so H is the thing. Okay, it just inserts K. So the K in Markdown. I guess there's Control D is down. But I mean, H for HTML, I'm using P for something else. M is carriage return. Yeah, let me change that. Okay, so that still works. We can press enter. Does it save buffers? But I ended up pressing carriage return too many times. There's a way to, is there a way to edit macros? I think there is. My Vim Ninja days, I probably could figure that out. Paste the contents of the register. That would be, so it would fetch register Q. And we have one too many carriage returns. And then I think that was also an accidental character. Their inset mode. Okay, so this is a specific change that they were making. Now, add missing motion to the front of the line. Yank. Oh, wait. I never even think of using lines with that. Back into Q. Delete it. Can't repeat that. We can add at. Oop. And it's small enough. I could do a repeat count, but it's a relatively small count. And this version would look better with aligned sides, which now we have to care about what's the longest side. So I guess that's one thing we can't easily do here. Maybe there would be some way to set up a loop that would insert until a certain column. I'm repeating a double here. That would get a little bit gnarly to set up, though. This also tells us how to set up our feature table later, which is something I wanted to do. Oop, that doesn't repeat. 51. There's this. That's 11 lines, but no, put me down there. And these have much longer lines. We're going to have a lot more spacing. All right, so you're going to be our space setter. Is there a way to do until column? There's a column insert if I had some sort of template set up. End of the line until it becomes, okay, so 60 times F7. Oh, but that's the command he wants to do. In Vim script, it's not hard. Sterling get. Appended with the length. And it's kind of there. It's going to be a little bit of CC. Is CC the prefix character? A line with 10 characters with color column set to 80. This is equivalent to 70A. Oh yeah, color column. $60. Yeah, I don't know if we got the answer, because this feels like it's color column. A map to character. Append to get character. Oh no, that's the character to append. Yeah. Point where at column where cursor started. Yeah. Nope. Start typing other stuff. Now I guess what I could do is say we're on column 33. So with some, if we think about this, we could do 22 insert space. We have to do math every time. That's one more, so that's 21. Oh, nope. 21, insert space. What, like 14 plus 3? 17, insert space. Nope. 8, insert space. 12 was what? 21, insert space. Uh, 17, insert space? Almost. 28 is going to be like 5, insert space. 10, insert space. And 3. Oh, and we forgot our intermediate line, or our header line. Yep. Format it. Let's see. So how do we get rid of... Press enter to exit in batch. I mean, it's kind of close. Exits when... Oh, so it would be a call. Pressing a key to continue. Is a batch program. Echo off, echo, echo, press enter to exit. This is, do I want a pause? Out. Well, I guess we could, if we could just do some command, like we do, nope, that's not it by itself. What about, was unexpected at this time? Oh, actually, okay, actually, this is just not a bad program. We need to be like, dir. Okay, it doesn't help you there. Doesn't help you there. We're not going to have a dev null. I mean, we could just do the dummy.text. That puts the output, but not the... This is like the error output, which I don't know if you can redirect. All right, so the technical text here is hit any key to close this window. In remote editing, now there's too many words. We're getting garbage. Well, in a batch script, yeah, wasn't it? Run it externally. Maybe it's a Vim thing? Ah, no. Oh, I probably have it up. No. What about... No. Echo call other script. But that's a pipe, which means it's another... That's just a command, right? That didn't seem to do it. Echo is on. Oh, so that turned echo off? Or just reported it? We still have hit any key. The programmer, welcome. Echo off, calling other script. Echo bar, call other script. Start? Oh, there's an interesting idea. That will, because we're running this in a command shell. I don't know if it actually shows that here. Yeah, command.exe/c. So maybe this is a command.exe options thing. Although Vim's doing that, so... Actually... Yeah, oh, okay, we entered a new shell. Carries out the command specified by string and then terminates and then remains. So that's the terminate part. Modifies the treatment of string after C or K. Turns echo off. If auto run commands from registry, because the output of internal command and a pipe, ANSI, Unicode, colors, Command extensions, completion, delayed in variable environments. Commands separated by command separator are accepted from strings if separated by quotes. Same as is, same as, same as. The remainder of the command line is the switch is processed command line. When the following logic preserved, no switch, that's dual characters. See, the first character is a quote character. Environment variables. So this is a command XE thing. Command without close prompt. From closing. I want the opposite. Can I invoke with something besides command? Execute external programs asynchronously. Well, that says start. Oh, but it has to... Maybe, is it... The command would open until you close it manually. Okay. Maybe that works. I grant that I did need to see the output on occasion, but... Once it's debugged, unless we break something in the actual document. Oh, this is like a command that does start? Is that how that works? Well, we messed some stuff up there pretty bad. Thankfully, I have a version of that. We just lost all our tables. I guess I should have been doing more checkpoints. Let me... Well, I don't have a good screen for this, so... Let me check my backups. I don't think it does that kind of live backup, but... Oh no, that's the old computer. This one... oh no, I have a subdirectory for that. Yeah, I kind of did. Is that subdirectory not under straight up documents? No, it should be under documents. Well, I guess I have to check my backup settings too. There's documents. It says it's selected. Oh, no, I'm still on the other computer. That doesn't change the interface. One life. Patches master. README client, we have one. Oh, yeah, 11 kilobytes, 35 bytes. Restore. Let's see, so that's the 11 kilobytes, so it did decide to replace it there. Do we have that open still? I don't think so. So that worries me. I could have typoed something there. But obviously I need to have a regular copies of this document while we're playing with this. Okay, where were you? Oh, we actually had this. All right, so we still got to press any key here. Wonderful. This is not reporting 35 bytes. Maybe one of our other commands did that. Oh, this was, however, before we did this. There was a little bit of time lag there. I wonder if there's a way to skip that as well. All right, so the other thing I know I want to do, as long as we're messing with tables, so we've got this, we've got, so this is kind of about configurations. Of course, I put those at that level. And we do this here and then go into this. So we're going to have a feature which is going to get quite large. We're going to have and these really just need to be like a check mark or something. Whereas this one's going to get much larger. All right, so as described here, actually, I guess I could use this as the reference. Oh, we've got some syntax errors up here. So as described here, oh, you know what? Aren't bars like a quoting format or something by themselves? Uh, hmm. That doesn't have a. It's not a. I guess we just call that bug fix. Yeah, the alignment part of this is going to be a royal pain in the butt. I almost want to reverse the table. I guess once I work out the spacing for this, then that'll just be there, and however we align the rest of it. I think. Haven't I seen people doing task list items extension? Which would let us, well, it says it replaces it with that checkbox. I kind of just want a little mark, which I guess, would that be an image? Oh, So that would be some sort of what? Like, well, oop. UTF-8, I guess. That's not super pretty. All right, so this has to have a header line to work. So like the columns will be. We're gonna have to actually have this spacing, unfortunately, in order to have the text in here. Well, this one handles it okay. So we have to go to at least here, and then we can start aligning these. All right, so we've got a bug fix. We've got, and actually I can kind of do this by subset. Well, we're just gonna have a couple of these. And the help screen might technically need modifications to watch the settings. Yeah. So we'll probably just summarize that as RIP. What did I call that patchwise? Drain rate? Show burn rate? Which maybe perhaps should be an optional thing, but it never was made that way. Oh, you know what? This should probably be called out. And probably other places where I do key references should also have a bit of a call out like that. It's not a separate patch. It was kind of done to support other things. Like safe field quick close. So these are almost two separate features. It's all object hover extensions. Show bad biome. Oh, it's still, yeah. I can't just sideline it like that. And then this is technically available. You don't have to use it. Oh, and this is not a single word anymore, so I kind of want to do something here. Okay, and that could be also called out. And I want HTML, there was actually like a special markup for keys. All right, so now we want to no. Is it a multi-byte character or something? Oh, there we go. Auto run. So these are actually technically multiple changes, but feature-wise, Actually, this is one that does change slightly between some of the different configurations. And it does kind of end up being, well, I think I checked tall, but then ignore large. Is probably better described that way. I think that's the patch name. This technically ends up being two separate things. It looks like my lines are messed up there. Yeah. So if I want this to be separate lines, I have to do that. Which is like a little overspaced. Editing the table. There's open safe field on timing. I guess I could do a star or something where I differentiated by type. There'd even be words just to say like upper or lower. Our new longest phrase. So we have tab name completion and tab name suggestion. You know, this should almost. It's kind of part of this. But then it's going to be kind of one of these. Actually, no, this is going to be in all three. Oh, wait. Plus adds that. Oh, no, I'm doing this all backwards. Oh, my God. These things are in all of them. I guess I can do column update to it once I get things aligned. So this should really be... Oh, wait, are you... Actually, and then this is messed up too. No. V, yeah. And we're going to go through and have to fix everything anyway. And this is awkward to work with. That's actually going to be a special case. Let's see. So this is, yeah. So this is a whole group of things. They are all controllable separately. And then Name labels. Let's see. hover. Time-based hunkerdings. This ends up being kind of a family of things, but probably easier just to say we're gonna rework everything. All right. And then normally this one would be only there. Maybe I can do something else to mark that one, because that is your danger. Keyboard commands. Oop. Should start doing this already. I'm also debating if this should go next to screen push, even though it varies a little bit differently. All right, so our current champion. Now, I wish there was a better way to say this. Is it 34? Kind of similar to our last one. Actually, that one thing that I found was to a specific column, which would be sufficient for what we're actually doing. Editing a command. Yeah. It's going to be the wrong kind of column, isn't it? So we did have commands or Sterling. Get line current? Oh, but it's assuming that's at the end. So Sterling doesn't work. We need the actual cursor position. How annoying. All right, so let's see. So we're at, so it's 34. And this is why I never do alignment when I'm doing programming stuff. Some people will try to like line up the equal signs and things, and I just never want to do this kind of reformatting to fix things up. I suppose one way around this would have been to pick a large field size early on, and then overtype into it. And then I could have done column operations to, add some if I needed to on everything. So you're going to be the same. And then you were our template. Yeah, it doesn't handle the extended character very well there. $34 minus 15. See, that was what? 24. Is that going to be... Nope, not insert yet. 19 insert space? Not quite. 34... $27 insert space? No. Maybe did I miscount this? Oh, no, because I need to go to... Not to the end. I need to go to... Well, that's 34. I'm miscounting something. Oh, I'm looking at the line number, aren't I? Right. 2834. Is it really that far out? Because I'm looking at the line number again. It's 55. Which means... Wait. It's supposed to be 55. So I actually added too much here somehow. I go 23. No, that is line number. I've got it backwards still. Yeah, 34. But this is slightly off. So 13, 34. Is that 21 insert space? Okay. 14. 20 insert space. 19 is at 15 insert space. 20... 14 insert space? $13, it's going to be 21 insert space. $16. Is it going to be 18 insert space? Yes. And you're going to be close. And you're going to be, oops, it's not a repeat anymore. 1834, 16 insert space. You're going to be similar. 11. Nope, that was a capital. 11 is 23 insert space. And these are going to be some pretty similar ones. 23. I guess, well, I could go through, do a whole bunch and then have smaller adjustments to make. $13 is 21 insert space. It's like you're going to be similar. Hmm. 27. 7 insert space. You're going to be kind of similar. All right, now we can fix up our big mess. Oh. Normally I do a replace character. I don't know if this is a character, though. Yeah, okay, I guess that works. All right. So this is going to be generally speaking in all. With perhaps some specific exceptions. Oop. Oh, but then that did a replace of a space. Oh. What? Oh, these were not set up correctly to begin with. That's where it looks off. Oop. Nope. View the character, yank it. There's probably a way to yank a character. I guess delete it and replace it would do a similar effect. What the? What? What? What is different about those lines? I don't know. It's weird how the decides when to erase or draw something. All right, so generally, oop, just one character. Everything is in there. Is it? Yeah, everything is down, and then actually, and everything is in vanilla. And then something happened here. Oh, actually, this is where we have to go. Turn all that off. This got doubled. We lost this here. Oh no, actually these are all things that are off here. Actually, it's really just no. Actually, that was right. Those are the main differences there. Because the thing is, I kind of want to stick those together, but it might make it kind of hard to see the things that are different here. Let's see, and then click to move, lock to interact. No, not the click through heads. He's off there. That's available optional. Open safe field on typing differs. It's like special. Or this is where we're just going to say build it. These are almost like examples configurations, but... Screen push. I don't really have room to say, like, C camera pan. Than the existing width of our table. Is this a header only thing to do alignment? Ooh, and we didn't do this. And which character do we have to replace here? Okay, yep. This could probably say rip name. These are really just example configurations, but... So that gives a little extra structure to it. There's another keyboard key. Actually, if I just searched for single quote, we might get several of those things. I guess it'd really be like single quote character, single quote. So that's a key. This is a literal text thing. Can we align the headings? Oh, well, this table is not aligned. It's just kind of defaulting to that. Let's see. So you're probably there. Oh, actually, this would be more consistent with how the rest of this is formatted. So that's there. That's over there. The action's over there. From here, it's a little bit more reading and thinking. We do have install instructions. We've got a summary of all of the features. It's still a big giant document. And I'm going to have to translate some of this back into forum stuff for that post. So there's that. Do I even have a... That was temp. I don't have a console for this yet. Okay, so we've got copy, we've got... Oh, right, I was dummy in text, I was just playing with stuff. We've got Vim Markdown, which I could probably... I could delete that, but probably wouldn't hurt to get ignored as well. Oh, we've had no get ignore here. Okay. Yeah, it's the right directory. So one of the things I need to solve is we've got a repository that contains patches. And we've got a client that is kind of associated with that same repository, even though it's not like exactly the full source of the client. Oh, I wonder, should I have a high level? Yeah, I might want a high level interface summary of this. We also have to figure out what do we put as the README? Is it the client README? Is it the patch README? Is it a little stub file that says here's what you might want to... yeah, these are actually okay summaries. Yeah, I don't have a high-level description of the benefits of this. Main interaction mode is... You know, it's really just the keyboard changes. It's almost keyboard plus mouse, but you still need the pointer. Was there a emphasis? Handle underscores in the middle of a word. Okay, so we can also do underscores. Bold and italic is just triple. Or other things. Oh. It probably can't do... Yeah, it can't handle that. Maybe that's what it's for. No, render. Remember my previewer... Wait, what? Did you do that again? What the heck is happening? Is it like if I have highlighted text or something? Oh, no, wait a minute. I've still got my buffer. Can I get relative links working? I know Obs didn't use them. Maybe only... Oh, because it's not just called vanilla. For one thing... And it's going to be very closely affected by exactly what text I put there. It's just not a manual anchor. Can you do manual anchors? Okay, so that is a specific thing of the HTML output. It's not necessarily part of Markdown. Yep. Okay, must have forgot to render. Okay, that does work as long as we get the exact text. Now I think... Yeah, this is like plus configuration. And what did we say it was? Control R paste buffer? Yes. Render again. Of course, the links only go so far because it includes everything else. This reinforces the idea that all of that stuff is included. Okay, so the main thing there, okay, that's configuration summary. And then we actually do have a subsection for this. Now, it's like we've got these short words. The actual directories are something else. Also, we have now done commits, so there's less danger of that. Actually, I probably had my buffer before too, just didn't even think about it. Oh, this would probably be a good place to put. It's not going to make me a link. So this actually isn't described as any of these. It's like it supports it, but it's not. You don't need it for most servers. Uh-oh, we did something here. Now, what is the default file on the repository? It has been a patch description. The build is probably going to copy this as the README for the releases. Should that also be the README for the repository? Then this file would become README. It would have a reference to, hey, here's the patch breakdown. I guess we should say download and open. README patches. Now, I don't know if it's going to want to move while it's... not complaining. They're ultimately just shuffling some files. I'm going to call that modified and delete it in a new file. But it actually did not do the changes. Well, we're gonna do it all. All right, and then you, So to actually load that as to link that as a document, you would kind of have to specify. Can we say patch descriptions? For this, we should probably do this as just straight up text, so even if what linking wasn't somehow working. Oh, in the text file, that would just be there. When would you have an HTML that didn't have a server attached to it? Now this is just like a markdown file, or this is a converted file, so it's going to kind of work there. Okay. That's a start. I have to get that into the forum post sometime too, and maybe rearrange those topics in general. I have the notes here. This is not actually correct respective to the table, and I might need to review my settings in general to make sure I haven't changed something. And then there's other little things we might look at. So this should not be anything that really affects compilation. I do have to decide if I want to ship patches in the zip, and I guess I don't need to. The markdown reference won't work. What do we do with you? We need... Okay, we are there. That is objects over players. Was that in fact click through heads? Earlier than that. Click through trees, click through heads. No, it's not STG checkout. Okay. Interesting. Must be a timing issue. So in this configuration, this file is actually off because we're using lock to get into an ordinary method. I'll probably put that in 2hall too. So that would be optional client tag. Oh, which the yeah. Directory just disappeared. We did not have, oh, I need to know, which I guess we could just get from looking at the patch file, exactly what I called that directory. This one actually comes along first. One life 2hall. So you are going to default to 0. Game source settings. Oh, hey, I kind of figured it out. STG go. STG series. STG. Okay, directories did match up. CD, patches, master. Actually, there's often more like knock-on effects because you're actually touching source. No. Actually, I don't know if anything affects the build because we ended up replacing the README, so that'll be the one that'll be included in there. Other than losing the sound bug fix, you could potentially try doing a build off of that. Okay, so this is fixed. I really need to do this at the start of a day sometime when you've got a little bit of time to dig into it. Working on this is still going to be... Maybe if I can modify myself to come in at like... I don't know if you can do floating point ages for starting age. It might be an int setting. So we need to have a server. Stock recruiting? Looks like it. I want to be at... object search. JLab documents, one life. There's our subtle directory. It's like that. Game source. And which version are we on here? We did a 362. Wait, are you your server anyway? All right, so we have a working build setup, but I think the ages are going to be all wrong to observe this effect. Unless I can hit a craving right away, that might actually work. Might be the same effect. Wild carrot. That should be doable. I guess I can always just vlog things in. Unless you'd think it would be doable. This might actually be a terrible area for basic supplies. Oh. If I'm doing stuff with cravings, I also have to be able to eat. And I've got the hunger turned way down. I should even... and if we're dying rightly, that won't be a big deal here. Let's see, can we find this stuff any easier this way? Can't find a rock. Still not hungry yet. You get born at ideal temperature. Oh, and now it's banana, so... Yep, that's where I was. Oh, I should fix that bug sometime too, but it's really only a dev thing. It's annoying because it takes so long to figure itself out. Okay, but what we want to do is do... Yeah, so now we've got a search, and this isn't showing. The question is, you just got a new craving, and you might want to know it. But if I clear that, then I have to also clear a thing you definitely searched for. Or do we block it out? I have forgotten how that worked. Okay, so is it a search thing? Default search for craving. Search location slip, find in map. Set search sheet. Craving target. Is this hide offset? And we're saying if we were craving something, hide it. So set search sheet is going to be most of what we've got. And I don't necessarily mess with the craving sheet other than hiding it. Okay, so we found a search, we activate that. Oh, Oh, am I using craving extra offset? Okay, so I did end up using those. Okay. Pause for craving sheets. Oh. Well, no, it resets anytime that we clear that. This is like, yeah, constructor. Set new craving, which I think we kind of redo. So we borrowed that code. So I would have to mess with this to say, don't do any of the sheet stuff if we have a search up. And we do this when clearing it. Search string equals null. Equals null and default search for craving. So this is if then we do the search for it. This is all a sheet setup. So this is already said if object search string is equal to null, then we can go back to that. If numRead equals 2, but you do this stuff. And that we have to remember. So I might actually have to escape out of this. Because when you do that, no, actually, is it not equal to null? And this is something I'm going to have to play with a little bit to see if it has any bad effects. You're also craving banana. How convenient. Yeah, I keep doing that. Okay, now we start search for nothing, and we do get a craving. So that's probably going to be okay. I guess the only thing then would be... we can't eat. We do have hunger turned up. Oh, we've got our plus. It's starting to jungle, which is a little bit hotter. I think it's hotter than it is cold. I'm not sure. And that comes up immediate, so that's fine. So it's looking pretty good. We should still play with it first. Actually, well, for me... oh. If I rebuild with this, I'm going to lose the sound bug. Oh, well. Maybe I'll keep that version around for a little bit. Export. All right, we'll commit this. We won't necessarily do a version yet. All right, so that's in testing. This could be this could require some time to test, and I'm gonna have to remember how to set everything up. That's something I could potentially, I might be able to do that easily. Testing it's gonna be harder, and I'm gonna want that on top of mind when I'm going over to do the two hours patch as well. This is gonna be a little bit harder to test without all the activity going on in a normal game. So I could probably generate offspring message with just spamming some accounts. I could probably go ahead and add that for offspring, since we do have baby pointers. And then I just have to keep thinking about what are all the times that occurs and well, it does tell you distance, which I don't currently have. I guess we could upgrade location slips. There's the question of, do we have some sort of message log? That could end up being a big thing. Another thing I have to do is I have to start calculating what all of these things are. So we've got baby messages, we've got leader changes, we've got, which can be either self or other. Something you might want to know, but yeah, and this comes back to having a message log if we just kind of block it normally. I guess you do get a pointer to the new leader. We've got inherited. Inherited property. There's the posse messages, that does give you some information. Actually, I guess I could just look these up. Assuming that they all come from the main server file, which who knows. Global message queue, send global message. You inherited their property. Wait. So this message never appeared before. I don't know, there's the ding message and there's player speech. So actually we've got two things here. The more disruptive version was talking to yourself, and then we've got just lots of ding messages. Yeah, so many of these are both. There's the ding message that shows up in the corner, and there's the player speech, which is how you give them map pointers. So that's a speech thing. Baby is a speech only thing. Leader changes are speech and ding. Actually, you're not gonna get a speech for yourself. You'll get one for that. You'll get one for that. That's location. So this is actually an auto-sprintive player speech. Yeah, so the baby wouldn't show up on a global message search. All right, what is this? Oh, this is War and Peace, which, fine. Custom global message. This was the genetic fitness tool slot thing, which is currently off. New player baby. Which I already blocked this one. Which is only a ding, which is already blocked. There's Posse, which is probably going to be fine. Probably only a ding. That's basically the same thing. Tool learning is not a thing anymore. We kind of blocked that one anyway. You have an inherited position, so there's no player speech on that one. Your leader has died. Orders. Orders you probably want to be doing. They are a ding, though. So maybe I don't need to do my leader thing. Arc name we don't have anymore. This is doing queued messages. Posse messages, posse messages, posse messages. Oh, you have been exiled. That might be just a ding only. Order issued, fine. Okay, that wraps around. So what we're looking for is other instances of player speech. So property we got. Family, well, this is for all of those people. Oh, but it also happens on automatic on birth. I can exile. Oh, I can exile that person myself. So that's posse stuff again. We're targeting a top leader. Posse stuff. Posse stuff. Gate owner, which is, and I got a pointer to it. Gate visitor. More food, not a pointer. You do kind of want something there. That's how we get map pointers for expert stones. It just gets deeper and deeper. An arrow to their new leader. So we've got leader, well, send global message. These probably are separate. Leader change and also leader command. That might only be a speech. Oh, that's on order. Well, order we had done as that, yeah. They haven't been exiled. Oh, this is the leader command. I guess maybe it'll tell you exiled if you try to do that. Or no leader. Unfollow, then you get a message leader no one. Speech. Oh, this is just straight up. Next player ID, speech word. What speech word? Oh. Homeland. There's emotes for that one, so it's not too bad. There's outsider, which you might want to leave. This is probably regular speech. Inherited property, which we had. I'm just making a marker for it. New offspring baby. I think we're wrapping. So that's a lot of messages we have to track down and recognize if we want to. Oh, there are ones where we're already doing slips. We could block those. All right. Well, that's research for future work. I think we're getting well into lunchtime, however. All right. Oh, I need to make a build for me. Which I don't see any reason that should be broken. And I'll have to copy that over. I guess I would actually just save my current one as last known good. And maybe even go back to that for the sound bug. Of course, no, I'm building off of the new source though, so my local build will still have that patch. It's just if I publish one, it won't. Thanks for watching. Let's see if we have anything to recommend. I'm sure Rainy is streaming for the One Life people. Anything else code related? Actually, no. I probably need to do some scouting sometime. Well, Rainy it is then. Oh, I need to sign into this thing again. Are you working? Yeah, you're working. That's what I'm normally on. So anyway, Rainy's in 2 Hall as usual. I'm not sure if she's probably still doing her Christmas seed. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's a place cool to hang out. Thanks for hanging out with me. Goodbye and until next time.